All right, what is going on, everybody? So, new training split, and we've got a full push day now. My shoulders and triceps don't need a ton of work, and my chest is pretty strong point as well. So, to save recovery for the body parts, recovery and energy for the body parts that do need more work, I figured we're just gonna put all that into one day, have a full push day, not have a shoulder or arm day. So that's what we're doing today. We got a push day. So I'm gonna take you through that. And we're starting off, just get a good warm up, nice good stretch and squeeze. We're gonna go like 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps here. Nice, slow, deep stretch, nice controlled squeeze. Just really pump some blood in there. Ooh. And slowly work our way up to heavier weight to where the last set's a really tough 12 to 15. Oh yeah, who needs a warm up? All right, moving on from the warm up pec flies to some incline dumbbell press. This is gonna be the main movement for chest. And probably should have started with something a little lighter as I'm only a little over a week post show, but let's see how these 125s feel. We'll go from there. Goal here is just to work up to one top set of anywhere from 8 to 12 reps, and then one back off set of anywhere from like 10 to 15. All right, not bad. All right, let's see if I can do this. Probably dumb to try to go this heavy so soon after my show, but sometimes when I start lifting weights, I am dumb. So got the 150s here. See how they feel. I know I can press them. I usually have someone help get them on my lap though. So picking them up might take a rep or two out of me. It's like doing a 300-pound deadlift right before pressing. Whew. Oh yeah. Whew. Get them in the right spot. All right. Whew, catch my breath. Whew. That's it. Whew. All right, I said 8 to 12. I got 9. I'll take it. We'll drop back down to the 125s, I think, and get my back offset there. All right, big pumps. Yep, yep. All right, last set here. Finished off the chest with these cable flies. 3 sets of 15-ish, 12 to 15. I got 15 on the first 2 sets, but this one might start getting tough. Taking very short rest periods here. So then we'll move into 2 tricep exercises, 2 shoulder exercises, be done. Whew. All right, so sometimes before I move into this superset for triceps, I would hit a compound movement for triceps that also still hits the chest. But I pushed myself a little too hard last week, the first week post-show, so my body's just kind of wrecked. So I'm gonna take it a little easier than normal. If you are trying a full push day and it's a weaker area for you, I would definitely recommend especially like triceps, a weaker area for you. I would definitely recommend doing a compound exercise for triceps. That's where you're really gonna build the size before going into something more like this, which is more of a good pump and stretch. So like close grip bench press, skull crushers, or like weighted dips would be great options for that. My triceps are one of the strongest body parts I have, so I'll still do one of those exercises maybe like every other week or so on this push day, but I don't feel like it's necessary every day, every week, especially if I'm feeling run down. I'd rather save my energy for other stuff. So today we're just doing this superset of a cable push down straight into an overhead cable tricep extension. You can do the cable overhead either from the top, or if you want to do it from the bottom and go straight up, where it's almost more like a skull crusher or an overhead dumbbell extension. You can do it that way, whichever way you feel better. I never say there's one best way to do something. Everybody's built different, so do it how you feel it in that muscle better. For convenience, I just like doing it all at the top. So go like 10 reps of each, and I'm only gonna do maybe 2 or 3 sets of this, and work up to where it's tough to get that 10 of each. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then straight into it. Lean so you can get a nice deep stretch, and straight out. Ooh. Whew. All right, finishing off with the shoulders. And we're just gonna do some dumbbell lateral raises. Probably around like 12 to 15 reps again, but we're gonna work up to a drop set. So work up to where it actually starts to get tough for 10 to 12, and then probably do like a double drop set, maybe even a triple, whatever it takes to get to about 30 reps total. So. All right, time for the drop set. Let's see what I can do. I'm not going as heavy as I would normally go, but you know, we're only like 10 days post-show. All right. Oh God. All right, last ones. Oh God. Oh, it's crazy how the lightest ones felt the hardest. Everything's pretty much done. One last exercise for the shoulders, and you'll see I'm not really doing anything for front delts because the pressing motion, the flies, already hits the front delts, and not doing anything for the rear delts because I do those on one of my back days. So they get hit, but if you want to build that width, it comes down to a nice V taper, really accentuates the X-frame. The side delts, the lateral head of the delt, is what you really got to focus on building. It doesn't really get hit with any other exercises like front delts do, and like rear delts. Even if you don't target them, you do heavy rows, wide grip lat pull downs, your rear delts are getting hit. Side delts don't really get hit with any other exercises, so you really got to blast them when you hit your shoulders. It's the main focus. So after that drop set, we're just going to do a couple sets of cable lateral raises. Now, a little pro tip on these. One, if you have a wrist cuff, use a wrist cuff so you don't have to grip it. If you don't, you can just use a handle like this and just put your hand through it. Second tip, instead of putting this all the way at the floor, all the way at the bottom, where when you're going out here, the first motion you do, if it's all the way at the bottom, is up, engaging your trap. If you put this up about knee height, the first motion you do is pushing out with the lateral head of the delt. So I like to put my feet out, so I'm getting more range of motion too. The tension's starting here, as opposed to the tension starting way over here. So the tension is gonna start way over here, and my first motion is pushing out, not up. And I'm just gonna do a couple sets of 12 to 15 here. Nice, controlled, full range of motion, and really just pushing out away from the body. Never thinking about moving the weight up. I'm just thinking about pushing away from me.